Listen up, kids, it's learning time with Uncle Chael. Saturday night, I was defeated. John Jones did what I've done to countless men before me and bested me at my own game. But you know what? I'll look upon it fondly because I was there. I stepped up to the challenge, and I walked into that cage with my 2 fists and my 2 feet to stand toe-to-broken toe with the champ. Did things turn out how I thought they would? Of course not. But at least I had the opportunity to take that gold from Jonathan's waist. And if you're calling for my retirement, you better take up a new cause. I'm 36, I can lift a tank over my head and run 30 miles without breaking a sweat. Why would I want to go and waste something like that sitting in a chair? My 36 is not your 36. You've been playing slow-pitch softball, drinking too many Bud Diesels, and telling the same story about the big game in high school for 15 years now. Well, I've been fighting world champions, flying around the world, and being a gangster everywhere in between. My good friend Superman once warned me we must not remind them that giants walk the earth. But it's hard to do that when you're Chael P. Sonnen because I've got huge brass balls, and they're on display for the world to see. Have I come up short before? No doubt about it. But like Ron Jeremy once said, it's better to come up short than never to have come at all. You can't get rid of me. You won't get rid of me. But in about 6 months, I'm gonna be putting Vandy on the shelf for good. So strap up your seatbelt, put your trays in the full upright position, and refrain from using all electronic devices, because Chael, the P is for Pilot Sonnen, is gonna fly this thing until the wings fall off, and you're all just along for the ride. Kaboom. What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Triple THS. I'm the Bro Fluid Mixed Martial Arts, Tommy Toehold.
Jared Ribs. Looks pretty good.
What the fuck was that? Must have just been some jackass fan from New Jersey. Today, the Prudential Center gets spooky, Anderson Silva calls Dana, and Johnny Cash loses an eye. Plus, viewer comment of the week. And stay tuned until the end of the episode, where I can win a mini poster signed by Brittany Palmer, courtesy of the badasses at Gamma Labs. Let's do this shit! If you missed UFC 151 Part 2 Cruise Control this Saturday, you missed some of the weirdest shit since people enjoyed pet rocks. The bizarreness began with Cody McKenzie waiting for an interview with Joe Rogan that, to my knowledge, has still not yet come. Then OCP poked Gian Volante's eye. Something that happens in MMA more than Bob Sapp tapping to pre-fight weigh-ins. But Kevin Mulhall ain't got time for that. Once Volante said he couldn't see, the ref jumped on that shit like Big Country jumps on a Baconator. The fight was stopped, the GSP got the win via technical majority decision, which sounds like as much an accomplishment as getting audited by the IRS. Smash cut to Rusty Hobby Lobby dislocating his opponent's thumb in the first, and strange things are afoot at the Circle K before we even hit the main card. The weirdness continued when Jim Miller was confronted by Shadow Jim Miller in a battle of fighters who looked the most like an extra from Gangs of New York. Then shit got real. The count took on Alan Belcher, and in between the first and the second, the Super Devil decided to grab a little airtime. Instead of hearing the encouraging words of Bisbee's Corner, we were confronted with the Dark Lord's evil message about cheese spread, or something to that effect. Whatever the fuck he was talking about, fight fans who decided to bake the special brownies for their party collectively shit their pants.
Sample sandwich.
It's you, you're the voice I heard during the fight. What do you want from us?
Apple stubble.
Apple stubble? What are you and who's Jared?
Subway.
Jared from Subway. You interrupted UFC 159 to talk about Jared from Subway.
But no, it would lo.
Is this some kind of viral ad campaign?
Maybe.
Well, you can go fuck yourself, UFC 159 Demon. I'm not going to Subway. The sandwich I want is always more than $5. Nah, we're done here. We're done. 2 rounds later, Belcher got the Sammy Davis treatment courtesy of Bisbee's finger, and another fight ended with a technical majority decision draw minority report. Belcher's eye will make a full recovery, but he'll still have to look at that Johnny Kim Jong Elvis tattoo on his arm once it heals.
Hello, Tommy.
Alan Belcher's tattoo, you can talk.
I can talk and play the guitar and even sing a tune.
That is awesome. How's the eye?
It's getting there, Tom. It's getting there. If you don't mind, I'd like to express how I feel about the situation. I'm afraid I'm not very good at saying stuff, but I'm real good with songs.
Wow, a performance by whatever the hell it is you're supposed to be on Triple THS. This is gonna be awesome.
It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, I feel it too.
That was not what I expected. More strange happenings in the next Files Marathon. Everyone fully expected the main event to get weird, like that video of Vitor licking feet weird. And sure enough, it did. After defending his light heavyweight strap, John Jones noticed his big toe decided to commit suicide, and was now inches away from being the highest bidded item on eBay's everything else category. Once the champ saw the injury, he got weak in the knees like a first trip to Jurassic Park, and that concluded the most fucked up card in the history of fucked up cards.
I'm doing all right now, Tommy. I think it was the shock of the injury that really...
Jesus Christ, John, what the fuck happened to your face?
What? Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Looks like your skull.
Oh, Jesus. That is not good.
Somebody get John a chair. I'm finishing this fucking interview.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, John, tell us a little bit about your strategy from Saturday night. John, I need you to focus.
He's going into cardiac arrest.
John, who is more deserving of a title shot?
Clear.
Gustafson or Machida? Well, Fine if you're gonna be a dick about it. At the post-fight press conference, Dana White hit us with some bombshells. Like the fact that Pat Healy and Jim Miller were actually two different people. Or that the Prudential Center was built on an ancient Indian burial ground. That knowledge paled in comparison to Dana White's admittance that he received a phone call from the Spider-Goat himself asking for a super fight. Which one, you ask? The one where he kicks the shit out of a tiny French Canadian? Or the one that makes more sense than vegetables that taste like pizza? I have no fucking clue. Like the dollar dance at a strip club, it was all tease, and Dana wasn't spilling the beans just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that he challenged George's, since he and John have decided to Mayweather Pacquiao this thing. Are we ever gonna see you two fight?
I think eventually. I have a lot of respect for Anderson, and when the time's right and it's the right time, I think there's potential for this fight to possibly happen maybe sometime down the road in the future. Maybe when it's the future time, in the possibilities of the potential ahead of us, maybe possibly in the future.
That didn't sound promising. What about you, Anderson? Do you want to fight John?
I need to fight? I need to fight Chris Wiener?
Okay, but what about after that?
Okay. In the we had the super fight? The super fight? With Kong Lee?
That is not a super fight, Anderson. He's in your division and he's not even a champion. John, convince him.
I think we should do this, Anderson.
There we go.
Possibly. In the future, if the time is right for us to potentially match up for a possible encounter at a time that we deem suitable for such a fight to occur, maybe potentially.
Pussies. Viewer comment time! Each week I read through the comment section of the show, fishing for compliments and generally reeling in bluegills. But every once in a while, a real marlin peeks its head. Like this comment from Sean Shahan, who said, "In Ireland we have a term to describe shows like this. Shit! See, now my show is fun and educational. We're learning Irish words. That's show, fight fans. Tune in next Wednesday when I tame cobras with Forrest Griffin. Until then, head to tripleths.com to pick up one of my beanies, gi badges, or t-shirts. Take a solid picture like my monkey friend here, and you'll probably end up on the show. If you want to win a signed mini poster of Brittany Palmer courtesy of Gamma Labs, click on the link in the description that says Triple THS giveaway. And you could be a winner like Stuart Diamond from Fairfield, Ohio, who's got a signed Joe Lozon glove headed his way. Big ass thanks to Bruce Buffer and His Time Ministries for supporting the show. Follow me on Twitter for spam DMs about compromising photos. Like me on Facebook so your friends can see how far you've fallen. Check out my YouTube channel for past shows and bonus content. And be sure to visit all my awesome friends who found all 121 stars. Remember Triple THS, I'm Tommy Toehold. Let's ride!